EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
The tackle.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Cincinnati.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A quick throw now complete to Ross. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete to John Ross. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Colts 40-yard line.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Ross, complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
3 on the way. First down, Bengals.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
He's brought down
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This will be caught. just inside the 10. They will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Cincinnati.
A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Colts nothing.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. And that is incomplete.
3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Now here's Ross. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. First down. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Cincinnati.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. He tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun is Eason. Reception here by Ruggs. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's got his tight end, Burton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Colts nothing.
Here's Eason off the play fake. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Taylor. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Trey Waynes. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Going deep down. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 70 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Kickoff for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Eason sets to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
This one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 68 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
3 yards on that last run, so here is 2nd and 7 from the 28. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mixon with it. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Taken down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And the Bengals.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Mixon with a first down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Cincinnati.
Jordan Thomas, 33 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score. Bengals 28. Colts 7. Randy Bullock.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7.
Now this throw caught left side. The 30, 10, touchdown Indianapolis. Henry Ruggs, 72 yards. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talked about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards, a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Down back at the 45-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Burrow. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
That is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up
after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing is Eason. He's got Burton here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Good.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
37 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Eason will let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason. And that'll be Incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Paris Campbell. Incomplete. He was covered by Trey Waynes.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Eason. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Offense at the line and set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. An incomplete crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. To throw on 3rd down. Eason. Almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Colts 21. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Jesse Bates. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Once again, they run with Mixon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Joe Mixon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Khari Willis there to bring him down. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. It's Mixon on the counter, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Now Lawson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Eason got his connection, complete to Ruggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
4-yard line.
They run with Hines. And some space here. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 20. 36 yards on the play. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Left side here complete to Campbell. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines taking it in. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Bengals 35, Colts 28. Rigoberto
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Chain mover. They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He's brought down
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
Passing here, Joe Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action with Eason. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Eason. His throw is incomplete. Henry runs the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, Eason. Got an open man, it's Rose. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Bengals 38. Colts 35. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
The catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st down.
They'll run here with Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Justin Houston.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On second down, here's Mixon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. On first down, Mixon. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, 41 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Bullock good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, Eason. Catch made here by Campbell. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, 40 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Bengals 52, Colts 35. Randy Bullock taking off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun is Eason. Scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. 1st and 10, Eason. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason now a desperation throw deep downfield. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and that'll make it 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To throw on 3rd down, Eason. Those passes are intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Bengals 59, Colts 35. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.